You've felt it lately, haven't you? The sleepless nights, the heaviness in your chest, that strange pull you can't quite explain. It's not anxiety, it's awareness. Something is stirring in the unseen. Heaven is sounding the alarm because your name is being spoken in realms far beyond what your eyes can see. And right now, you are being fought for. This isn't a metaphor, it's a reality. A divine claim has been placed over your soul, and the moment heaven declared, "This one is mine," the atmosphere shifted. Angels stood at attention, shadows trembled. The light recognized its assignment, and darkness recognized its defeat. Because when God marks a person as chosen, every realm takes notice. You might not see it, but there's a war happening around your destiny, not out of punishment, but out of purpose. The enemy sees the potential you carry, the peace you're destined to bring, and that's why resistance has intensified. What you've been feeling is not confusion, it's confirmation. Heaven and hell are both watching the same story, yours. But only one side gets to win. And here's the truth, chosen one. You are not losing, you're being defended. Archangel Michael himself is standing guard. Angels are circling your name, shielding your next steps, and realigning everything the enemy tried to scatter. What felt delayed is being rewritten in divine timing. Every tear you cried, every silent prayer you whispered. Heaven heard it all, none of it was wasted. You are not weak, you are wanted. You are not forgotten, you are fought for. You carry something so rare, so irreplaceable, that even the unseen recognizes your worth. This isn't about fame, fortune, or validation. This is about the preservation of a destiny that carries light powerful enough to shift generations. So, take a breath. You're not crazy for sensing what others ignore. That pressure you feel isn't chaos, it's calling. The battle around you is proof that your breakthrough is closer than it looks. Heaven has already claimed you. Now you must claim yourself. If this message resonates in your spirit, don't just listen, activate. Type 777 in the comments right now as your declaration that you stand in alignment with heaven's plan. That number isn't random, it's prophetic, representing completion, divine protection, and holy covenant. And if you feel led to sow into this word through a super thanks, know that your support isn't just generosity, it's participation in the movement that's waking up other chosen ones like you. Thank you for being here, for listening with your spirit, for walking in faith even when the world misunderstands your fire. You are part of a community of warriors who carry the same divine spark, who know that isolation is not punishment, but preparation. Now, stay with me till the end, because before this message is over, we'll pray together to seal this word over your life. And once you understand why heaven is fighting for you, you'll never look at your battles the same way again. Tell me, chosen one, have you ever wondered if the warfare around you isn't proof of weakness, but of worth? God's chosen ones, why they're fighting for you. You won't believe this. God is revealing something deep. Two paths are forming before you, one built on forgiveness, the other chasing forever. But only one will last when the storms come. You've probably felt it lately, that subtle stirring in your spirit, a tension that words can't explain. Heaven is calling your discernment higher, because this isn't about romance or rivalry, it's about revelation. The one who truly loves you will never compete with your peace. They won't crave your spotlight. They'll quietly protect your spirit, even from afar. But the one who sought control, watch gently. Their mask is starting to slip, not in a dramatic way, but like shadows fading under morning light. Their tone may change, their words may tremble, because exposure isn't punishment, it's clarity. Heaven doesn't reveal to embarrass, it reveals to realign. Right now, there's a divine observation taking place. Grace is watching your reactions, not to judge you, but to align you. One heart moves from guilt, another from genuine love. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart, says 1 Samuel 16:7. Chosen one, your silence has been your strongest sermon. Every time you chose stillness over reaction, you disarmed chaos. Your quiet didn't mean weakness, it meant wisdom. I've learned that silence in the hands of the faithful is a form of warfare. Those who wronged you feel it not as your revenge, but as conviction. They remember the peace they disturbed, and it speaks louder than any words could. This is your season of unveiling. The genuine will remain, the false will fade. And when everything settles, you'll see this battle was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal who truly stood for you all along. Heaven is merging timelines, aligning moments, redirecting steps toward the one who mirrors your peace, not your pain. The right person will not compete with your calling, they will carry it with reverence. You'll know them not by their charm, but by the peace that surrounds them. They'll feel like calm water, not a storm, like home, not a battlefield. For God is not a God of disorder, but of peace. 1 Corinthians 14:33. That is your sign. It won't feel rushed, it will feel right. If the noise around you has been overwhelming, if you felt pulled in a dozen directions, trust, this confusion is often the final sound before clarity arrives. Pause. What you feel right now is not chaos, it's calibration. Heaven is tuning your heart to recognize what's real, because what's written for you doesn't come wrapped in drama. It arrives through divine orchestration, and soon there will be confirmation, a message, a name, a moment that feels like home to your soul. You won't need validation. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me, says John 10:27. The right one will not make you beg for clarity. They'll show up with truth and intention. Like Ruth beside Naomi, where you go, I will go. Your people will be my people, and your God my God. Ruth 1:16. Even the angels will lean close and whisper, finally. But what do you do while you wait? Keep your spirit clean. Forgive what tried to break you. Protect your peace. It's your spiritual currency. Don't respond to every echo calling your name. Silence is sacred when you're in preparation. Elevate your character to match the blessing you prayed for, because heaven doesn't send promises to unprepared hearts. Stay available, not anxious. Seek peace, not performance. And remember this, the one fighting hardest for you right now isn't human, it's heaven itself. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. Angels have already been dispatched. Grace is defending you in conversations you'll never hear. Sometimes I've wondered, what if the delay wasn't denial, but design? What if the waiting wasn't punishment, but preparation? Could it be that heaven's silence was never absence, but strategy? I've seen this pattern before. When God is about to unveil something sacred, the atmosphere grows tense. Old connections shake loose, hidden motives surface. But once the storm clears, peace doesn't just return, it reigns. Soon, you'll see why every rejection protected you, and every delay refined you. Heaven has been orchestrating your alignment with surgical precision. What's genuine will stand beside you. What was false will simply fade into memory. And you won't need to explain anything. The glow of peace on your face will speak for itself, because what's meant for you doesn't need to be forced. It flows. The battle you're facing now isn't random, it's confirmation. Heaven doesn't fight for what's temporary, it fights for what's eternal. And what's coming for you now is eternal. You are not walking through this unveiling alone. There are countless chosen ones around the world, walking through the same divine shift souls, who also learn to stay silent, forgive deeply, and wait faithfully. In this sacred unfolding, remember, peace is your proof. Love that comes from God brings stillness, not strain, and the purpose you've been carrying quietly is now beginning to bloom in the open. So breathe, You're safe in this season. The same hands that hid you are now revealing you. The same grace that sustained you is now rewarding you. And when it happens, don't just keep it to yourself. Share your story. Your testimony may be the spark that reignites someone else's faith. We are all walking this divine alignment together. One prayer, one revelation, one step of peace at a time. Chosen one, heaven is still fighting for you. God's people carry calm, not confusion. And when heaven moves, it never brings chaos, it brings clarity. What once felt like pain has now become the very instrument of your preparation. Every heartbreak, every loss, every sleepless night has been transformed into the soil where your next chapter will bloom. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. You are not merely being prepared for something, chosen one, you are being positioned. Heaven is no longer testing you, it's trusting you with the right choice. This time, what comes won't arrive wrapped in anxiety or noise. It will come quietly, carrying peace, healing, and holy direction. Do not let the noise of uncertainty make you forget who you are. You are not lost, you are being aligned. The path of purpose often feels narrow before it opens wide. What's meant for you is already drawing near, and it's bringing stillness, not storms, purpose, not pain. Heaven itself is choosing peace on your behalf, and that's why the battle was never about another person, it was always about your destiny. Heaven is clearing space for what will restore you, not repeat your wounds. Have you noticed how your spirit reacts differently now? The things that once triggered you no longer hold the same power. Could it be that healing has already begun, even before you realized it? Lately, you may have felt the air grow heavy, the charged silence that seems to fill every room. But that stillness is not confusion, it's divine tension. The spiritual realm is stirring around you, angels rearranging spaces you haven't yet entered. Conversations are unfolding where your name is being spoken not with judgment, but with defense. Someone is standing up for you in rooms you've never been invited into, protecting your name while others twist your story. When God marks you, even strangers feel compelled to guard your destiny. The same people who once overlooked you now whisper your name with awe, remembering something sacred they missed. They don't understand why their spirit feels drawn to yours, but heaven does. Your light has become a mirror, showing them who they could have been if they hadn't settled for shadows. One by one, those who mocked your pain are remembering your grace. Some can't even glance at your picture without feeling the sting of conviction. They remember the patience you carried, the peace you refused to surrender, the love you gave without keeping score. You were never ordinary. Even in your brokenness, you were divine. You carried light while everything around you was dim. You kept loving when others chose bitterness, and you kept believing when logic said, give up. Now it's too late for the world to pretend it didn't notice. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. Heaven saw your consistency when no one else cared, and that's why the air around you feels charged, because revelation is near. Two souls are circling your path now. One moves from genuine love, the other from fear. Fear of losing control, fear of facing their reflection in your peace. This isn't a love triangle, it's a spiritual test. One desires to heal, the other desires to possess. What you see in the physical is only the shadow of what's happening in the unseen. Heaven is saying, I allowed this so you could see truth clearly, because you cannot build your next chapter on confusion. This is where your discernment must rise above emotion. The true connection will never fight for attention, it will fight for peace. The one aligned with your calling will not add weight to your soul, they will lighten it. They won't just admire your glow, they'll understand the cost behind it. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Matthew 6:21. Every test you faced was never punishment, it was pruning. You had to learn the difference between chemistry and covenant, between attention and anointing. Have you noticed how your spirit has grown quieter lately? It isn't fatigue, it's focus. God is teaching you how to hear without reacting, how to see without explaining, how to love without losing yourself. When Michelangelo was asked how he carved David from marble, he said, "I saw the angel in the stone, and I carved until I set him free." That's what heaven is doing with you, carving away everything that isn't peace until the masterpiece of your purpose stands revealed. You are being sculpted into serenity. Every crack in your heart is becoming a window for light. Every scar is now a scripture written by endurance. In this transformation, the laws of heaven are like the laws of physics. Resonance happens when two frequencies meet and amplify one another. Spiritually, peace works the same way. When you encounter someone aligned with your divine rhythm, your spirit doesn't strain, it resonates. Have you ever wondered why certain people bring you instant calm while others leave you drained? That's not emotion, it's energy. Heaven's frequency recognizes its reflection. That's how you'll know it's right. You won't have to force it. The right soul won't drain you, they'll restore you. The connection won't echo fear, it will hum with peace. So don't mistake silence for stagnation. It's not emptiness, it's orchestration. Heaven is rearranging your surroundings to fit your calling. You are not behind, you are right where destiny paused to prepare you. Unseen forces are fighting for your calm, silencing confusion, untangling timelines, and weaving a future that mirrors your anointing. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. The stillness isn't hollow, it's holy. It's the breath before breakthrough. One day soon, all of this will make sense. The isolation, the heartbreak, the delay. You'll realize every unanswered prayer was an invitation to trust deeper. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Heaven's revelation is approaching, and this time it's right. The peace you prayed for is about to meet you in person. The right door will open effortlessly. The right name will appear without striving. And when it happens, your spirit will recognize it instantly, because divine timing always feels like rest. So stay rooted in truth. Don't trade clarity for comfort, and don't reopen doors that God has already sealed. You've been set apart for something sacred, and heaven whispers over you now. Peace is your inheritance. You're not walking through this unveiling alone. Across the world, thousands of chosen ones are awakening in this same hour, souls learning to value stillness over noise, peace over performance, purpose over pressure. If this word has found you, it's because your spirit was already listening. Now I ask you, what season are you walking through? What is peace teaching you in this chapter of your life? Share your story in the comments, not just for me, but for those who need to see they are not alone in their sacred becoming. If this message has spoken to your heart, bless someone else with it. Like, share, and subscribe to stay connected to this growing circle of light. Whether you've supported through a super thanks or simply through prayer, I see you and I thank you. May the God of peace, who surpasses all understanding, guard your heart and mind in Christ Jesus. May your nights be calm, your spirit steady, and your next step guided by divine clarity. You are loved. You are chosen. And the light within you is heaven's quiet whisper saying, this time, it's right. Right now, someone is sitting in silence, rewriting a message over and over. The words don't come easily. Pride wrestles with sincerity. Fear trembles before the risk of rejection. Yet something deeper keeps pushing them forward. During a recent confrontation, when your name was mentioned, someone in the room boldly declared, "You don't deserve them unless you're ready to protect them." The air shifted. What followed wasn't human coincidence, it was divine interruption. Since that moment, the atmosphere around you has been changing. Even people who've never met you are strangely drawn to your energy. They can't explain it, but their spirits can. You carry a healing vibration that this world rarely recognizes but always feels. You are peace in spaces filled with noise, and because of that, heaven has placed a covering of protection over you. Not everyone will be permitted near your light this time. Someone close to you has changed their tone. The one who once rolled their eyes when your name surfaced now pauses, softens, remembers. Irritation has turned into realization. They finally see that you were never simply fortunate, you were marked, chosen, guided by divine design. The person who doubted your calling now dreams about you. They wake restless, haunted by the moments they tried to bury. Their subconscious won't release them. They scroll past your image, pretending indifference, yet their soul feels the distance as a wound, because once they stood before something sacred and looked away. Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength. Nehemiah 8:10. In the unseen realm, Archangel Michael has already declared, "This battle ends in your favor, not because you fought harder, but because you remained true." Heaven will never allow manipulation to triumph over sincerity. You have nothing left to prove. You never did. The one who carries your name in prayer, not pride, will be the one who finds you, and that meeting is approaching. An unexpected encounter, a sudden call, a single line in a message will carry more weight than entire conversations. You won't need to chase it. It will arrive on heaven's schedule, not humanity's. Someone once told another, "They're too good for you." That wasn't jealousy speaking. It was correction. Heaven was weary of seeing you reduced, mishandled, misread. Your value has never been open to debate, and now even those who once dismissed you feel the weight of that truth. If you found yourself emotional lately, crying without reason, waking with tightness in your chest, don't call it weakness. It's your spirit responding to revelation. Heaven is peeling back the layers of illusion. Motives are surfacing, hearts are being tested. Someone near you is about to confess what has been eating them alive. Their words may sound calm, but their eyes will tremble. And when they finally speak, the world around you will seem to hold its breath. Within their honesty, you'll hear pain, yes, but also redemption, and that truth will set you free. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:32. God is restoring everything you lost, but in a higher form. Perhaps the one who left will return this time with humility, or perhaps heaven will send someone entirely new, someone who can see your worth without needing to lose you first. You've been tested in silence, but your quiet endurance has become your breakthrough. Those who believed your story was over will soon witness your rise, and your rise will not be loud. It will be steady, sacred, unshakable. You were never here to compete. You were always here to ascend. Archangel Michael whispers again, "The one meant for you is being refined right now. Ego is being stripped, pride dissolved, vision cleansed. What belongs to you cannot pass you by." And maybe that's why you felt the atmosphere around you grow heavy. It's not oppression, it's preparation. The unseen realm is rearranging itself in your favor. Have you noticed how your peace has begun to protect you in ways explanation never could? How the silence you once feared has turned into safety? Could it be that heaven has already decided your next chapter while you were still healing from the last? Chosen one, hold that thought close. You are not being delayed, you are being delivered. The next time your name is spoken, it won't be in doubt, it will be in reverence. And when the message finally arrives, the one rewritten a dozen times in trembling hands, you'll know it came from more than a person. It came from purpose itself. Fear is giving way to faith. What once trembled in uncertainty is now standing in divine assurance. The people connected to your destiny are being prepared not for the old version of you that tolerated confusion and compromise, but for the one who now knows peace is sacred. Watch closely in the coming days. A sign will come, not through chaos, but through calm. A number repeating, a sound that stops you, a memory surfacing like light through mist. And when it happens, you will feel it in your chest, a warmth that expands, a stillness that softens your eyes. That will be heaven's confirmation. The tide has turned, and peace is winning. The person who once argued with everyone else about you is now wrestling with themselves. Their logic says, move on, but their heart won't listen. Every day apart feels like a quiet sentence, a weight pressing on the soul, a reminder of what was sacred and mishandled. They're awakening, slowly but surely, to who you truly were all along. The scales are falling, truth is emerging. This isn't revenge, it's revelation. Heaven is allowing their heart to see what pride had hidden. Have you noticed how people begin to see you differently when you stop explaining yourself and start embodying peace? Soon, the war that surrounded you will quiet, the noise will soften. What remains will not be drama, it will be undeniable love. Love that no longer needs to fight for proof because it finally understands its home. This is not fantasy, nor exaggeration. God has rewritten the sequence of your story so that peace, not pain, arrives in perfect order. Your journey was never written in confusion, it was always written in clarity. And that clarity, at last, will be your crown. And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace will himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. Achat, Peter, Chamesh, As. The angels are already at work. The path is aligning. Invisible orchestration is moving faster than words can capture. And when your eyes meet again, whenever that divine moment comes, you will know that every ache, every waiting hour, every storm was worth it. Because love, when written by the hand of God, never loses its way. My beloved, don't move. The place where you stand emotionally, spiritually, even physically, is not random. It's consecrated ground. What's unfolding around your life at this very moment is not coincidence. It is a divine turning point. Before you scroll away, pause. Feel what's happening in your spirit right now. The atmosphere around your destiny has shifted not slightly, but completely. The air is heavier with purpose, and the shift is not confined to you alone. It's rippling outward, pulling every thread of your story into divine alignment. People from your past, souls once tied to your purpose, individuals who thought their role had ended, heaven is calling them back to the scene. Every moment of silence, every unexplained distance, every broken connection, they weren't chaos, they were choreography, the choreography of God. Could it be that what you called delay was actually divine timing, waiting for your heart to be strong enough to carry peace without losing balance? He allowed each step not to hurt you, but to align you. Two voices have long been at war over your narrative, one draped in guilt, whispering what was lost, the other clothed in truth, declaring what still lives. And while those voices wrestle in the unseen, what they don't realize is that your story has never belonged to them. It was sealed in heaven before human opinion ever tried to rewrite it. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 27. Somewhere, perhaps in a room you'll never see, your name was mentioned, not by accident, but by divine appointment. A conversation took place in a sacred space, invisible to the human eye, but electric in the spirit. Angels listened, grace leaned in, and something shifted. What was once delayed began to move. What was once broken began to mend. That unseen moment became the hinge on which your next chapter turns. If you felt the spiritual tension building, the sleepless nights, the quiet ache that feels like longing but sounds like prayer, don't despise it. That's how heaven moves before manifestation. Before the promise becomes visible, it trembles in the atmosphere like thunder waiting for rain. Have you ever wondered if the ache in your heart is not loneliness, but the echo of heaven preparing to deliver what's yours? That sudden heaviness, followed by unexplainable peace, isn't confusion, it's confirmation. Heaven is close. You are standing at the threshold of fulfillment. The version of you emerging now carries wisdom born from waiting, compassion born from loss, and authority born from endurance. What once broke you has become your brilliance. The pain was not wasted, it was prophetic. The war wasn't about taking from you, it was about awakening you. You're no longer the one searching for validation, you're the one heaven validates through presence alone. Everything that once rejected you will now be required to recognize you. Every detour was direction, every delay was design. And what's coming next will not ask for your permission, it will simply arrive, right on time. Heaven whispers, even now, the tide has turned. Right now, someone is standing at a crossroads. Their intentions have been weighed, their love has been tested. And the one with a pure heart, the one who truly carries you in their soul, feels the weight of the truth, and their voice trembles as they stand up for you. This is not fantasy. This is not poetic fiction. This is a spiritual courtroom where heaven has been watching, and now heaven is speaking. Archangel Michael declares, truth forces masks to fall. That's why people have been acting strangely around you lately. Some are overly kind, some avoid your gaze, and others have gone eerily quiet. Their spirits feel the weight of divine justice. It's not your judgment they're afraid of, it's heaven's correction. The one who betrayed you, the one who thought they could escape with their actions, now finds themselves trapped in their own conscience. Every lie they spun is playing back in their mind like a movie they regret directing. They see it now. They see what they once dismissed. They see that the love you carried was sacred, irreplaceable. And now, someone else, someone who once promised forever and disappeared without warning, can't seem to forget. A song, a scent, a fleeting thought, these things bring your memory rushing back, and their subconscious won't let them rest. Heaven refuses to let them find peace until the truth is spoken. But there's another presence too, one you may not fully recognize yet, quiet, steady, not here to chase, not here to compete, but simply here to protect. They've watched you grow, seen your strength, and what draws them to you isn't your image, it's your integrity. They are not loud, but they are real. Their heart is ready, and even if you don't realize it yet, your story is on a collision course with destiny. Have you ever wondered if the people meant for your life would show up not in grand gestures, but in simple, quiet consistency? This time, love won't need to fight for space. It will simply take its place, with peace, with consistency, with presence. Heaven is replacing confusion with clarity. The one truly meant for you will not hesitate. They won't hide. They won't excuse their silence or mask their fear. They will stand when others shrink, show up when others vanish. That's how you'll know. Let your yes be yes, and your no, no. Matthew 5:37. Because God is not the author of confusion, He is the author of peace and purpose. And, my beloved, this was never just about love, it was about divine purpose. The messenger of light declares, this battle wasn't about romance, it was about purpose. The person tied to your life isn't just a partner, they're tied to your mission. Your light and their calling were always designed to converge. The impact of your union won't just heal hearts, it will change lives. This is why darkness tried so hard to interfere, why manipulation crept in, why whispers filled the air, and why your name was dragged through shadow. But that ends now. Divine order is reclaiming what chaos tried to consume. The ones who truly carry your name with honor will rise. The ones who tried to diminish you will fade into the background. Right now, someone is drafting a message. Their hand shakes, their heart races, and the words are stuck between courage and fear. They aren't sure if you'll listen or walk away, but they know they must speak. Soon, you will hear it. When that moment comes, don't rush to respond. Let their words settle. Let them speak from their soul, because this isn't about revenge, it's about release. And what you say next will shape the atmosphere of your next chapter. One person, with tears in their eyes, once said, "You were the peace I prayed for. I just didn't recognize it in time. Heaven heard it, and since then, everything has been shifting. Timelines are rearranging. Paths are being rewritten. The blessing that was once paused is now flowing freely because your heart has matured to receive it. You are stepping into a chapter where love is no longer warfare. It's no longer about chasing or proving. It's steady, mature, certain, The right one won't have to earn your love through drama. They'll hold your heart with wisdom. That's why your spirit has been quieter lately. God has been preparing you not to fight again, but to receive. To receive without walls, without fear, without old trauma speaking louder than truth. Have you felt the silence around you lately? Could it be God preparing you not to defend yourself, but to receive what's been waiting for you all along? What once broke you now humbles you. What once wounded you now reminds you of how far you've come. The sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. Romans 8:18. This is restoration, but more than that, it's realignment. Archangel Michael reminds us, the one meant for you is being refined in this very moment. Ego is being stripped, pride dissolved, vision cleansed. Have you ever felt like you've waited too long for something? Maybe the waiting is the final preparation for what heaven is bringing. The time has come for your heart to receive not just what you hoped for, but what God has prepared for you. The one meant for you is already being transformed. Their ego is dissolving. Their fear is fading. Heaven is preparing them for a healed version of you, the version that no longer tolerates half-hearted love. In just days, a sign will appear. It could be a sound, a name, or a vivid memory, but when it happens, your spirit will know, your chest will warm, your eyes may fill. That will be your confirmation. The shift has completed. The battle is over. They are walking through the same fire you once endured, learning patience, humility, and divine timing. Heaven is shaping their spirit to meet yours in truth, not in impulse. The one who once fought everyone around them is no longer wrestling with others, they're wrestling with themselves. Their heart calls them to return, but their pride tells them to run. Every day apart feels like divine correction, and they're starting to understand who truly mattered all along. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Psalm 37:7. Does it ever feel like life has a way of pulling people back to you when the timing is divinely perfect? Their nights are long and filled with restless thoughts, not because of regret alone, but because their soul now craves what once felt ordinary, your peace. What they dismissed as simplicity, heaven now reveals as sacred balance. Soon, this storm will settle. The masks will drop, and what remains will be simple, powerful, and undeniable love. This isn't fantasy. Heaven truly rearranged time to make this connection possible. You're stepping into a space where love no longer hurts, loyalty no longer wavers, and the right person will never fear the light you carry. What was once chaos is now choreography. Every delay, every silence was heaven's gentle hand aligning the rhythm of two hearts. The connection that once broke you will now rebuild you, not through words but through peace. When your eyes meet again, whenever that sacred moment comes, you'll understand. Every delay, every tear, every silence, every fight was never punishment, it was preparation. When God writes the story, clarity becomes your crown. You may not realize it yet, but your stillness dismantled chaos more effectively than any argument ever could. While others mistook your peace for weakness, heaven saw it as strength. Every quiet moment was a weapon forged in grace. You learned that silence can be a language of faith, one that angels translate into victory. Every time you resisted the urge to explain, to argue, or to defend yourself, God was fighting battles you couldn't see. Your peace spoke louder than any chaos. Now, something massive is shifting in the unseen. You're standing on the edge of divine reversal. The ones who ignored you will now defend you. The ones who competed for your attention will now compete for your forgiveness. Heaven remembers every tear that fell in silence, and each one has become a seed of restoration. The very voices that tried to silence you will soon testify of your resilience. Through it all, you will remain unshaken, chosen, anointed. You stand at a divine crossroads now. One direction leads to peace, the other back to pain. One belongs to your past, the other to your purpose. Do you feel the difference? One path will drain you, the other will lift you effortlessly. That's not coincidence. That's your final test. Choose peace over performance, choose calm over chaos, because the door you open next will lead you to your forever. No repetition, no confusion, no pain. Every ending is asking you one sacred question. Will you honor your growth or return to what once broke you? The echo of that answer will shape your destiny more than any external choice ever could. The season of spiritual recycling is over. This final phase won't come with thunder or noise. It's quiet, like dawn before the sun breaks through. It happens in dreams, in hidden decisions, and in subtle moments when God is redirecting hearts behind closed doors. When this unseen war ends, your story begins again, brighter, bolder, redeemed. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. What feels like waiting is actually spiritual alignment. Heaven is synchronizing your next step with divine precision. The quiet that surrounds you isn't emptiness, it's the hum of angels preparing your arrival. Right now, heaven is whispering your victory. You'll first feel it as a lightness in your chest, a return of laughter for no reason, and music will sound sweeter than before. That's your soul remembering freedom. You've been in chains for far too long, but now those chains have snapped. What's written for you cannot be stolen, delayed, or replaced. The fight is finished. Heaven has declared peace over your name, and peace always wins. Every invisible battle is now becoming visible blessing. What was once withheld for your protection is now being released for your promotion. You're stepping into your divine era now, a time when your name brings blessings, your presence brings healing, and your story brings hope to others who once doubted their own light. You are the living testimony of, "You have turned my mourning into dancing, you have removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy." Psalm 30:11. Your very existence becomes a sermon, preaching without words that redemption is possible. You are the bridge between pain and purpose, the living proof that nothing surrendered to God is ever lost. Stay still. Breathe it in. You're not waiting for a miracle anymore. You are the miracle. They tried to overlook your worth. They tried to imitate your peace. But what they didn't understand is that your peace isn't imitation, it's revelation. It comes from being broken, rebuilt, and blessed. He makes all things beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. Archangel Michael declares, "It's done. The war is over. The throne of your destiny has been reset. And now, the one who carries your truth is being guided toward you, chosen, refined, and aligned by heaven's own hand. The divine blueprint of your life has been activated. The things that once delayed you are now the very forces clearing your path forward. Right now, something divine is happening in the unseen. Are you ready to see it? Can you feel the shift happening in your spirit? Because no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no heart has imagined what God has prepared for those who love Him. 1 Corinthians 2-9. This isn't just your story, it's heaven's declaration through your life. You were never fighting for closure, you were being shaped for calling. The energy around your name has reached a boiling point. What's hidden is about to surface. People who once seemed calm are now restless. They see their reflection in what they lost, and it terrifies them. Their spirit is fighting not just for love, but for redemption. For nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest, nor is anything secret that will not be known and come to light. Luke 8:17. The air itself seems charged, as if heaven and earth are holding their breath, waiting for truth to step into full daylight. Every heartbeat echoes with divine urgency. This is the moment creation itself has been waiting to reveal. Have you noticed lately how your presence seems to shift the atmosphere around you, as if unseen forces pause to listen when your soul speaks? Your presence is remembered in heavenly places where purpose is discussed. This isn't human, it's spiritual. A divine voice resounds. Your spirit is being discussed among those who hold authority in divine matters. They've said, your strength is unmatched, your purpose unshakable, your time unstoppable. The argument began as a whisper, but now it burns like holy fire. The universe bends in attention when your name is spoken, for it carries the frequency of obedience forged in pain. You are not just remembered, you are revered in realms that measure worth by endurance, not applause. One voice said, "They belong to me." But another, bold and trembling with truth, answered, "You lost your right when you broke their soul." And in that instant, heaven made its verdict. The truth that was buried is about to rise. The emotions you've been feeling lately, the sudden waves of sadness, the bursts of warmth, the random memories, they aren't random. They are echoes of this spiritual clash. Every tear you've cried has become a sword forged in truth, clearing your path forward. And now that path is opening. Heaven never forgets the cries uttered in private. Each one is stored, waiting for the day of redemption. You are now walking in that very day. The one who betrayed you is walking through their own wilderness. They're facing the same pain they once inflicted, not as punishment, but as awakening. For only through heartbreak can a hardened heart learn humility. They now realize what they lost, a love chosen by heaven, not by chance. And in the silence of their remorse, heaven is teaching them what it means to wound a vessel carrying divine purpose. Redemption will come, but it will arrive through surrender, not strategy. Do you sense it too? The justice that doesn't roar with vengeance, but whispers with divine balance. At the same time, another soul has been quietly standing in your corner. They don't gossip, they don't compete, they don't demand recognition. Their prayers for you, whispered in secret, have been heard louder than the shouting of those pretending to love you. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. Matthew 6:6. That's why your intuition told you to stay silent. Heaven wanted you to hold your peace, while divine justice rearranged everything. True love doesn't announce itself with noise, it proves itself with prayer. The storm wasn't meant to destroy you, it was meant to separate the real from the false. And now it's done. This is the turning of the tide. The ones who stood firm in truth will rise with you. The ones who used deceit will fade away quietly. You won't have to lift a finger. Your peace has already won the war. He prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. He anoints my head with oil. My cup overflows. Psalm 23:5. The oil on your head isn't symbolic, it's generational. The blessings now pouring toward you were stored for such a time as this. Every betrayal, every misunderstanding, every sleepless night has been rewritten in heaven's record as preparation. You have not been forgotten, you've been refined. You've walked through the valley of shadows, and now light is breaking through. The same silence they misunderstood has become the proof of your power, because silence is where heaven moves. Silence is where God speaks. Silence is where truth stands undefeated. You've been learning the language of the divine, a language spoken not in words, but in waiting. Something huge is waiting for you, something divine, eternal, and irreversible. The love meant for you is not running late. It's arriving right on time, escorted by grace and guarded by angels. You are not behind schedule, you are perfectly aligned with destiny. Your story is not ending, it's unfolding. And soon, the peace you prayed for will no longer feel like a promise. It will be your reality. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. You were never chasing what was yours, you were being positioned to receive it. You may not have seen it, but heaven did. While others were loud, grasping for validation and chasing attention, you chose silence. And that silence wasn't weakness, it became your crown. Archangel Michael says, while others fought to be seen, you stayed aligned. And because of that, your blessings remain untouched, preserved, protected, and appointed just for you. You didn't demand to be chosen. You didn't scream to be understood. And yet, the heavens stood still to listen to the language of your endurance. In a world obsessed with noise, Your stillness became the purest worship. They said you were fragile, but God knew you were forged in fire. You were tested, refined, and risen through battles most never even saw. They expected you to beg for attention, but heaven had already appointed you long before anyone else had an opinion. And now those words, the ones they whispered behind your back, are returning to them like echoes they cannot outrun. The very ones who mocked your peace are now restless without it. They sit in silence, replaying your conversations, tracing back their steps, trying to find the moment they broke what was never meant to be taken for granted. Each replay is a wound, each memory a mirror. They pushed away their own light, and now darkness whispers their regrets. But don't let your heart be consumed by their sorrow, because heaven has already set a new alignment in motion, one where chaos is not the cost of connection. The next person entering your life won't come to stir confusion. They will carry calm. You won't recognize them by their face, but by how your soul exhales in their silence. You'll know them because you'll feel safe, not tested. Their presence won't feel like another lesson. It will feel like an answered prayer. You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. Isaiah 55:12. They'll love you in rhythm with heaven's heartbeat, not their ego's pulse. Have you ever wondered if the love you're meant to experience was designed before you even learned how to hope for it? While the old continues to wrestle with its regrets, the divine is weaving your next chapter quietly, intentionally. Every scene, every encounter, every word is already prepared in heaven's script. The one who once walked away will watch from a distance as someone new cherishes you differently, with patience, with loyalty, with purpose. They will see what love looks like when it's guided by peace instead of pride. You won't have to question it, because your spirit will already know. And then, without warning, truth will rise, not gently, but like lightning, sudden, piercing, impossible to ignore. Someone close to them won't be able to carry the weight of secrecy anymore. They'll speak, they'll reveal what was said in shadows, and it will confirm everything your spirit already suspected. You'll realize it wasn't in your head, it was in the heavenly order, waiting for the right moment to surface. Truth doesn't whisper, it shatters illusions. Its sound is the song of freedom. And in that instant, you'll be free, free from second-guessing, free from half-closures. Because truth doesn't whisper, it breaks chains. The shift won't be loud, it will be sacred. One message, one divine alignment, one moment that feels like it was written just for you. And with it, the battle ends. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91:11. Archangel Michael reveals, this was never about who could win your love. It was always about who was worthy to walk beside your purpose. Heaven isn't sending a partner to fill your loneliness. Heaven is sending a divine counterpart, someone whose spirit matches your assignment. And when that alignment happens, the heavens will grow quiet, not because they are silent, but because peace has finally found its echo. Someone is coming who doesn't just love you, but carries the weight of your calling with reverence. This person won't try to convince you with words. They'll bring peace into your life, and your soul will recognize the frequency of safety. Where others stirred anxiety, they will create sanctuary. Where others tested your worth, they will honor your value. Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. Ecclesiastes 4:9. They will not arrive to entertain you. They will arrive to build with you not a fantasy, but a foundation. For the first time, you will meet someone whose silence feels like prayer, whose presence feels like home. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:7. Have you ever felt your spirit relax before your mind could explain why? That's what divine recognition feels like. Peace arriving before logic can interrupt. Every delay, every rejection, every sleepless night, none of it was punishment. It was preparation. You weren't forgotten. You were being refined in fire like gold that does not melt under pressure but only shines brighter. Just like Joseph sat in prison long before he sat on the throne, you were hidden while heaven was positioning your crown. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers they shall not overwhelm you. Isaiah 43:2. The waiting wasn't wasted. It was shaping your discernment, teaching you to tell the difference between attachment and alignment. And now the doors are opening, not because you forced them, but because you stayed faithful when no one was watching. The one who truly belongs in your life is not coming to perform. They are coming with clarity, carrying peace instead of promises. When they arrive, your soul will remember what rest feels like. You'll breathe differently. You'll speak slower. You'll feel seen without needing to explain your depths. This is your season of reversal. The narrative has shifted. The weight is lifting. You are no longer walking through the fire. You are walking out of it. Not burnt, but glowing. Not bitter, but better. Not wounded, but wise. Those who sow in tears shall reap with shouts of joy. Psalm 126:5. This is restoration. This is resurrection. This is divine realignment. And in that sacred stillness between endings and beginnings, you'll sense something quiet but undeniable, a peace that doesn't ask for permission. Can you feel the way your heart no longer trembles where it once broke? That's what healing sounds like: silent, sure, complete. The same silence they misunderstood is now the symbol of your strength. The peace they undervalued is the very thing they now crave. And the crown they said you'd never wear, heaven already placed upon your head. For you have need of endurance, so that after you have done the will of God, you may receive what is promised. Hebrews 10:36. You don't need to prove that you've changed. Your light already tells the story. Stay anchored, stay alert. The shift has begun. The truth is rising. What's waiting for you is greater than what left you, because you were never created to chase. You were created to reign. When you stopped chasing, peace found you. When you stopped explaining, clarity came. And now, your posture is no longer desperation, it's divine readiness. Now that your heart has finally healed, heaven can release what was always meant for you. This isn't a new beginning. This is the unveiling of everything that was hidden, delayed, and divinely protected. Within hours, yes, hours, a moment approaches, a message, a name, a shift. It will come quietly, suddenly, like a knock on your heart. You will recognize it, not with your ears, but with your spirit. And when it happens, it will feel strangely familiar, as though you've already lived it before, because you have. Heaven showed it to you in dreams your waking mind couldn't yet interpret. Write the vision and make it plain upon tablets, that he may run who reads it. Habakkuk 2:2. Destiny is not something you chase, it's something you remember. What's unfolding is not imagination, it's revelation. Destiny has made its choice, and that choice is you. You were never in a battle over love, you were in a battle over purpose. The fight wasn't about possession, it was about alignment. One heart was meant to echo your peace, not reflect your pain. And now that heart is stepping into view, not with noise, but with knowing. This is the one who holds your peace in their presence, not your wounds in their memory. They won't need to prove they belong. Your spirit will simply whisper, finally. As this divine play reaches its final scene, you'll notice the change. The weight will lift, the anxiety will subside. Your glow will return, not because something external shifted, but because you did. The people who once drained you will no longer affect you. The energy that once exhausted you will be replaced by a sacred calm that cannot be shaken. And the one who doubted your worth will finally confess that you were the miracle all along. Let that truth settle into the deepest part of you. You didn't win because you fought harder. You won because you trusted divine timing. For still the vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end, it will not lie. Habakkuk 2:3. You didn't scream for clarity, you held your peace. And now, heaven honors that silence with revelation that no voice can distort. The next sign you receive the text, the name, the invitation. It won't be random. It won't need explanation. It will simply be final proof that peace has chosen you. But before you move forward, pause, breathe, and understand this wasn't just a message. This was a divine realignment. Heaven doesn't reveal truth merely to inspire. It reveals to transform. So now comes the part where you walk it out. Each morning before you touch your phone, whisper this prayer: "Peace is my crown. I will not trade it for chaos." Let that be your anchor in every storm. That single sentence will remind your soul what it is no longer available for. You were never called to compete. You were called to carry peace. Guard your energy like it's sacred, because it is. Not every voice deserves a reply. Not every conflict deserves your involvement. Not everyone deserves access to your light. There is divine strength in your pause. You don't need to announce your healing, just live in it. You don't have to prove forgiveness. Heaven hears silent mercy louder than shouted revenge. And when provoked, when ego rises again, breathe and ask, is this reaction led by peace or by pain? Then wait. Let the Holy Spirit answer, for in that waiting, wisdom will find you again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. Sometimes silence is the sharpest sword in spiritual warfare. You are no longer fighting, you are discerning. The same test will keep appearing until you choose differently. So notice what drains you, who unsettles you, and who calms your storm without needing to say a word. That's not just personality, that's discernment training. Heaven is teaching you how to recognize peace so you never again confuse it with passion or possession. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Psalm 37:7. Have you ever wondered why certain battles now exhaust you more quickly, as if your spirit no longer has permission to engage in wars that steal your peace? That exhaustion is not weakness, it's divine redirection, heaven whispering, this is no longer your fight. What's next for you isn't about replacing people, it's about restoring peace. That includes how you love, how you speak, how you move through your days. Be ready to love again, yes, but not blindly. Love with boundaries blessed by God, with wisdom that protects your heart, with the clarity that says, I no longer tolerate love that breaks me to prove itself. You are now entering a space where nothing forced will remain, and nothing meant for you will flee. The anxiety, the overthinking, the trying too hard, it ends here. The Lord will guide you continually and satisfy your soul in drought. Isaiah 58:11. Heaven is not sending someone to test you. Heaven is sending someone who will recognize you not for what you do, but for who you truly are when the masks fall away. And when that recognition comes, will you be brave enough to trust it, to let peace feel safe again after years of confusion taught you to mistake chaos for connection? When the dust settles, and it will, you'll look around and realize the storm wasn't sent to punish you. It was sent to reveal who could stand beside you when the skies cleared. You didn't lose anything that was meant to stay, because true victory isn't when others change, it's when you remain unshaken. The way you refused to match their chaos became your greatest prayer. The way you stayed kind when cruelty was loud became your greatest weapon. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Romans 12:21. Your consistency in character, your faith in silence, your refusal to fight fire with fire, that's what shifted everything. That's why the angels leaned in. That's why heaven whispered, enough, the war is over, now bless them. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. Matthew 5:9. And you are one of them, not because you shouted peace, but because you carried it when it cost you everything. But can you feel how your peace has changed? Shape how it no longer asks for recognition, only reverence. That's how you know you've stepped into divine maturity. So now, walk forward, not with fear, but with fullness, not with armor, but with anointing. You are not entering another chapter, you are entering your divine era. The one where prayers are no longer whispers, but reality. The one where your name is no longer debated, but celebrated. The one where your love is no longer tested, it is trusted. You will know this era not by applause, but by quiet mornings where peace lingers longer than pain. Have you noticed how your spirit now craves calm more than closure? That is transformation. That is proof you've already won. This isn't the start, this is the release. This is heaven returning everything, restored, redeemed, and refined. And the next time you see a sign, a message, a sudden wave of peace that feels like recognition, you'll know this is what God was protecting me for. After you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace will himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. 1 Peter 5:10. Welcome to the part of your story where peace is no longer the prize, it's the proof. The proof that you survived the war without losing yourself in it. The proof that heaven never forgot your name. The proof that stillness was your strategy all along. And now, the final blessing comes not rushed, not delayed, but right on time, because this time you won't have to chase it. It will find you, carrying truth, carrying peace, carrying everything heaven promised. Before we close, I want to take a moment with you. If your heart has been stirred, if your spirit has felt that undeniable weight of confirmation, then this next part is for you. It's not just words. It's a seal, a prayer to anchor you in what heaven has already set in motion. Father God, in this holy moment, I come before you, not with chaos in my soul, but with surrender. You see me, the real me, not what I pretend to be, not what others say I am. You see the child you formed, the soul you appointed, the vessel you refined in silence. And today, God, I kneel in the center of a battlefield only heaven has witnessed. I have felt the pull of unseen forces. I've stood in rooms where I didn't speak, but my name echoed in the spirit. I've carried peace through war, calm through betrayal, love through silence, and I thank you, Lord, that you never left me. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalm 23:4. How many times, Father, did I mistake your protection for rejection, not realizing you were shielding me, not denying me? Father, I lift up this heart, the one you've held through every storm, the one you've hidden in plain sight, the one that nearly broke under the weight of misunderstanding, abandonment, and delayed promises. You said, "Be still and know that I am God." Psalm 46:10. So I did. And in the stillness, you fought for me. You revealed what was hidden. You stripped away every false connection and guarded my name when others tried to bury it. Was that silence really empty, or was it you speaking through quiet things, sunsets, slow mornings, unanswered calls reminding me that peace was never absent, just waiting to be seen? God, I release every person who hurt me, but didn't know they were mishandling a miracle. I forgive them, not because I'm weak, but because peace is more important than pain. I leave no room for bitterness, no space for ego. I declare today, my silence was not defeat, it was divine strategy. My stillness was not confusion, it was clarity. Archangel Michael, heaven's appointed defender, I thank you for guarding my steps, for whispering into the realm what my soul could not articulate, for standing in rooms I could not enter, where my name was defended not for popularity, but for purpose. I accept heaven's verdict. I am chosen. I am covered. I am crowned with peace. Holy Spirit, search me. Purge me of every reaction rooted in trauma. Cleanse the spaces where fear used to live. Remove every remnant of shame. Let my discernment rise like the morning sun, unshakable, clear, and anointed. Let me no longer confuse chaos with chemistry. Let me no longer mistake attention for love. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Psalm 51:10. When peace finally comes to stay, will I be brave enough to rest in it, to believe that calm can be holy too? And now, Father, as heaven witnesses this prayer, seal this heart with peace that surpasses all understanding. Let your favor go before me, your angels surround me, and your light become my language. Every step I take from this moment forward will be guided by calm, not conflict, by truth, not tension, by love that builds, not breaks. May this listener, your chosen one, walk into this new season clothed in quiet confidence, radiant humility, and unshakable grace. May every open door be divine, every delay be purposeful, and every silence be filled with your presence. This is no longer a waiting season. This is a walking season, walking in peace, walking in purpose, walking in promise. And so I declare, the war is over, the heart is healed, the path is clear. Heaven has spoken. Let me feel the difference between those who come to distract and those who come to deliver peace. Father, I trust you with my next. I won't rush it. I won't chase it. I won't compromise for it. The one you have for me will not compete. They will carry peace. They will see what others missed, honor what others mishandled, and move not with noise, but with truth. Because the right connection never demands the spotlight. It simply illuminates the room with quiet certainty. I know now that divine alignment never shouts. It settles. It arrives with the stillness of dawn and the weight of eternity. Lord, remind me daily that I am not here to prove anything to anyone. I am here to protect what you've placed inside me, my calling, my clarity, my calm. Let every room I enter be shifted by the light I carry, not by performance, but by presence. Let your light so shine before others that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16. Because presence speaks louder than perfection. The glow you placed within me is not decoration, it's declaration. It's proof that grace can make its home inside a soul that has known both fire and forgiveness. Teach me to walk as a silent sermon, radiating truth even when words fail. I speak now to the spirit of the one who is being prepared for me. May you be strengthened. May your ego dissolve. May your pride bow to truth. May your heart awaken. And may your soul remember what heaven already wrote. Because real love is not a performance, it's purpose meeting purpose. The one meant for me will not compete with my peace, they will protect it. They will not mirror my wounds, they will magnify my healing. I know now that when something is from you, it will never come wrapped in confusion, only in confirmation. How many times, Lord, have I mistaken intensity for intimacy and called it love? And how often have I ignored peace, thinking it was too quiet to be holy? Teach me now to recognize you in the calm, not just in the storm. Help me to see that divine love is not chaos disguised as passion, but safety wrapped in light. Show me how to rest in peace that doesn't need proving, for true connection doesn't ignite anxiety, it inspires alignment. It makes me feel known without needing to be loud. It anchors, not overwhelms. I will not fear the unknown. I will not glorify the past. I will recognize peace when it comes and refuse to trade it for pain disguised as passion. You said in Isaiah 43:19, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" Lord, I perceive it now. I feel it in my chest. I sense it in my spirit. A new thing is happening, a new alignment, a new anointing, and with it, a new confidence. The old chapters no longer hold my name. The same storms that once broke me now bow to the peace that remade me. This new season doesn't need explanation, it needs embodiment. Seal this season, Lord. Let no voice of confusion steal what you've confirmed. Let no counterfeit connection detour what you've designed. Let no delay discourage what you've declared. The war is over. The crown fits, the blessing is on its way, and this time it will stay. Teach me to carry it with humility. Let the weight of glory rest gently, not proudly. Because I know now favor without character collapses, but favor grounded in grace endures forever. Still my soul in your timing, Father. Let my waiting be worship, not worry. Let my silence speak louder than striving. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. For stillness is not inactivity, it's intimacy. It's where I learn that faith doesn't demand signs, it becomes one. The quiet moments between prayers are not empty. They are the architecture of miracles forming in secret. Teach me to wait without wavering, to hope without hurry, and to trust that divine timing never misses its cue. Have I learned to rest in what you've already resolved, or am I still trying to fix what you've already freed me from? Let me choose stillness over struggle. Let me remember that delay is not denial, it's design. It's the patient rhythm of heaven, aligning every detail I can't yet see. Let me not despise the pauses you place before my breakthroughs. In the sacred space between now and next, help me breathe, release, and remember that peace is not passive, it's power. I rest now where heaven leads, no longer chasing what was lost, but welcoming what's aligned. And when peace finally stands before me, I will not question it. I will recognize it as home. Because peace is not just a feeling, it's a frequency. It hums in the heart of those who have learned that surrender is stronger than striving. I receive that now. My story is no longer defined by battles but by blessings, no longer by noise but by knowing. In the mighty, undefeated name of Jesus, amen. If you've made it to this moment, it's not by accident. Something within you, that quiet, brave part of your spirit, recognized truth when it spoke. You didn't just listen to a message. You felt an echo, a familiar vibration that said, "This was for me." And maybe that's what this whole journey was about, not chasing signs, but learning to recognize God's voice when He whispers peace into your soul. You see, chosen one, peace is not the absence of conflict, it's the evidence of divine order. Everything that fell away, every person who left, every silence that once hurt it, was heaven clearing space for what was meant to stay. The pain didn't disqualify you, it refined you. The waiting didn't waste you, it prepared you. The tears you shed in secret became holy ink, rewriting your destiny with grace. So if your heart feels lighter right now, let that be your confirmation. You've survived the noise. You've outlasted confusion. You've stepped into a season where your discernment is your direction and your peace is your power. God's timing is no longer a mystery, it's a melody. And you, beloved, have learned how to move in rhythm with it. Before we part, I want to thank you not just for watching or listening, but for showing up for your spirit today. Every view, every comment, every quiet listener who sat through this entire message, you are part of this divine conversation. You didn't stumble here, you were guided here. And whether you supported through a super thanks, shared this video, or simply let the words wash over you in silence, know this: your presence matters. You are sowing into something eternal. If this message spoke to you, I invite you to let me know in the comments below. Share what resonated, what healed, what reminded you of your worth. Because somewhere out there, another soul might read your words and realize they're not alone. That's how light spreads, one reflection at a time. And if you haven't yet, I encourage you to subscribe and join this growing community of hearts who are learning together how to live with purpose, clarity, and spiritual awareness. Turn on the notifications, not for the sake of numbers, but so you never miss a moment when heaven might want to whisper something through these messages. If this message touched your spirit, share it not for promotion, but for purpose. Someone out there is praying for confirmation right now, and you might be the answer to that prayer. To everyone who has stood beside this channel, whether by watching, commenting, or quietly praying, thank you. Your faith, your time, and your energy are sacred offerings. They help keep this space alive, a sanctuary for those seeking truth in a noisy world. And as we close, I leave you with this blessing. May your peace be stronger than your fear. May your discernment outshine distraction. May your faith anchor you when everything else shifts. And may you wake each morning knowing that heaven is not far, it's within you, waiting to move through your stillness. Until next time, stay grounded, stay grateful, and stay glowing. You are not forgotten. You are favored. You are chosen.